Hi everyone. You're joining me in on a ride to pick up it's a hard hum. Yeah, you're joining me on a ride to pick up the SD card for the car's dash cam. Hopefully, on this ride, I've tried the previous video. The audio wasn't that good, and so I've adjusted the microphone. Hopefully, I'm not sure if this will be any better, but yeah. TPE. I think we're taking this exit here. Yeah. So we're going to somewhere in Hougang to pick up the SD card from a carouseller. So I just thought it would be nice for you guys to join me in on this ride, and then can talk about some bullshit stuff, or whatever fancies the roads and yeah. Anyway, just wanna bring up, since we are on this road towards the Law Halus area, normally this road would be quite empty and not really a hot spot for traffic police. But the last time we were here, this is actually one of my favorite small roads to take. But the last time we rode the 999 for one of our breakfast rides and we came back, there was a TP traffic police somewhere along in front, catching you just at the blind spot. So just be careful. You're really very prone to speeding around here, because the speed limit is 60, but the road's so wide, so naturally you would go a bit faster here. Same physics apply, same physics, same mentality and psychology applies to supermarkets who how they actually make you walk slower and take a look at more things. They spend more time in the food market by creating wider aisles. So yeah, the roads here are quite wide, so you're prone to definitely go above 60, as I see most drivers are. This is a nice bend, a bit bumpy, but yeah, nice bend. One of the newer roads around here. Oh, I'm on reserve. Oh my, thirsty. Alright, downshifting, auto blipping. Yeah, this is one thing I really like about this bike over the over the 999. This has the beautiful auto blipping. So you don't really have to do anything. There's this nice bark to it when it blips for you. It's quite interesting. And when I first installed it, I was over the moon about it, because shifting is so. It used to be I needed to clutch, or I needed to do clutchless shifting, and it wasn't as seamless. You always watch MotoGP and you watch races and maybe WSBK, the racing scene, and you always hear the nice shifts. Just the quick shifter and the auto blipper working, and so it's quite nice to have it on your bike. I mean, if you haven't experienced it, you should borrow someone's bike and try it out. Oh, here we go. So this area has a lot of this such a road that we're coming into. There's traffic police around here, normally stationed on the left hand side of the road here. So just be careful not to to be over too zealous on this stretch of road, especially The speed limit is only 70 around here. There's a weird guy standing on the side of the road using his phone and videoing me. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so 500 meters to Hougang Avenue 3. Auto blade. Oh, and the thing about this bike is, I'm not sure, I've not ridden other newer bikes, similar generation to my CBR right here. But auto blipping from second to first gear is not very good, and you need to be really very purposeful when you shift down from second to first. Otherwise, you get yourself into you auto blip and then you'll send you straight to neutral. So I believe there's a fix for it, which is like a clutch slave. But I don't really see the need for it because it actually still works. It works really well if you are shifting, you're downshifting from second to first at higher speeds. Yeah, the quick shift and auto blipper works really well. It works a lot better when you're at higher speeds than when you are at lower speeds. I'm pretty sure there's a reason for it, but I'm not too sure. Alright, so Lorong Asu coming up in 950 meters. And yeah, the beautiful thing about this bike is, you see, like on the small roads like this, I can still be on the third gear and even fourth gear as I am right now, and there's no juddering. The bike is just good at what it does. Unlike the older big twin bikes like the 999, they do judder at a much lower RPMs. This bike is comfortable, even I think even on like 80 kilometers per hour at fifth gear. I think we're turning right here. And there we go. You can see the auto blipping actually working, but you really got to be very purposeful when you step down on the shifter, especially at lower speeds. Otherwise, you'll be sent to neutral, or worst case scenario, in between gears. That can be quite dangerous, you know. And then when you just clutch in and then you try to correct it again by shifting to the next gear, up or down, you'll be jolted with a very loud thud sound. Doesn't sound very good for your gearbox. So just after this, I really got to look for petrol kiosks. Let's try to outrun this Civic. It's really loud, unnecessarily loud. I feel almost really bad for the people here because the CBR is not loud at idling, but it's loud. It's loud when you are cruising at like what we are now in second gear. Because I can't possibly cruise any higher gear. It's just not going to be very good for the engine. You just don't want to operate the engine at such a low RPM. It's not a car. Alrighty, so here, please scan me in. Thank you very much. 50 meters down. I think I'm making a left here. I believe I'm block 144, just up ahead. Alright, catch you guys later after the deal. Alrighty, we're heading back. I think I gotta get gas first. Sorry everybody. I'm very loud. Okay. Tight corners. I have to look for an asshole. It's either that or I head back someone nearer to my place where I can get yeah, so oh, how convenient for motorcyclists to squeeze out. Look at that. Okay, so I had to get the let me close this. Yep, I have to get the should zip this up. Uh, SD card, the micro SD card for the dash cam, because previously I was using the GoPro one, and you know, if I want to shoot videos, it's so troublesome. I have to go to the car, get the card out, reformat the card, so on and so forth. You know, so I don't want to really go through all the trouble. It's just $15 for 64 GB, and the card is specifically for dash cams. And you know, I'm powering out. Yeah, so I don't really buy into the whole marketing ploy that that dash cam endurance, don't know what, not sure about that. The endurance what SD card is specifically for dash cam because it keeps recording, and then if you use the GoPro ones or the regular micro SD card ones, you really burn the card out. Because that's what the seller told me, and I don't really think I'll buy into that whole marketing, you know, propaganda that ScanDisk or any other manufacturer, you know, has marketed this specifically for. Because in the end, the ride speed is still the same, and are you gonna turn green? Okay, no, so you can still talk. Oh, yes. Right, so yeah, I don't really buy into the marketing ploy. SD card is still SD card. If I'm not trying to say that, okay, so if a regular micro SD card for your GoPro is a class 10, it's a class 10 SD card, it writes up to 120 megabytes per second, and the endurance card also writes up to 100 megabytes per second, then what's the difference, right? And it's not as if the endurance card limits itself and has like technology inside where it limits itself based on temperature, because their selling point is regular SD cards will overheat and it will spoil the SD card and all that, you know. So I don't know, what do you think? I don't really buy into it, so unless can somebody educate me with facts and figures. Otherwise I actually bought it because it's cheaper than the regular SD card. The same equivalent for the ScanDisk Ultra, you know, the gold and red one, Extreme Pro, whatever that is. It's actually a bit more. So I'm a bit yeah. So you can see where my argument is. If it's endurance, it's supposed to be much more durable, but why is it cheaper? So anyway, it does not really matter to me. Still, it's not expensive. Last time, if you want to buy something like that, 64 gigs card with 100 max write speed, is gonna set you back $50. I remember from the days where I was fiddling around with drones, you know, it was like $50 if I remember correctly. Now it's so cheap. Now $50 can probably get you like a 256 gigabyte equivalent. So just rambling. 49 kilometers estimate to the end of my fuel range. Too many to go to get to a petrol kiosk. Anyway, don't think we'll be riding for the rest of the week at least. Yeah, so better leave some fresh fuel in the bike. Downshift. This CBR is so, it's always so naughty. It always wants to egg you on to ride faster and faster. I'm on 5th gear now on the CBR. I can even go up to the 6th gear, and this is never possible with the 999 at these speeds. It just judders too much. So you can see how easy it is to live with the CBR. I mean, people always want bikes with character. I agree to a certain extent. Bikes with character are nicer to ride, they're more interesting, they make the ride more interesting. But if you have to ride the bike often, you choose a bike that's easy to live with, and it's a testament to the engineering behind the bike, for example, Honda or any other Japanese brand with a bit soulless, less character. It is really a testament to the engineering that the bikes are so easy to live with at any speeds. They are so pliable, they give in to you much more easily. Whereas the bikes like by 999, Italian bikes, the bikes with more character, you really need to baby them, you really need to watch out for what you're doing on the bike. You really need to know what you're doing. Otherwise, the repair bill can be a bit costly. Oh, the auto blip and the brakes work so well together. It really gets the bike stopping from a much faster speed. No, this may not be Brembo brakes, but yeah, but with Brembo master pump, but regardless, with the Tokiko brake calipers, they work fine. I don't, if I so on another hot button topic on upgrades, I think, as long as you're happy with what you're spending on, but personally for me, from a functional point of view, I think it's not really necessary to upgrade your brake calipers. I mean, super bikes wise, maybe the street bikes or whatever, you might need to upgrade them. I don't know, depends. But super bikes, I know, the Yamaha R1s, they come with their OEM calipers. Suzuki comes with their entry-level Brembo calipers, and then we have here the Honda. It comes with Tokiko, and I think Kawasaki comes with Nissin or something, or Brembo maybe. But in my opinion, I think what's more important is the brake hose, the master cylinder, and not the caliper. If I ask myself this question, if Malaysia Superbike MSBK, those pro riders are running real fast timings and they don't even need Brembo calipers, why would I need them? So this is a question I always ask myself. I see the R1 guys, the R6 guys in MSBK, they're not even running Brembos. I don't know what's the point. Why do we need the Brembos? Preset on. Yes, please. I would like a receipt to check my discounts. Okay, so on a bike like this, at least for my bike, it takes a while for the reserve light to go off after you've filled it up with gas. Not sure why. I think yeah, so it takes a while for the fuel gauge to for it to not register as reserve anymore. So I mean, it's some CBR guys, especially the newer guys, they ask this question all the time. They're so worried that their fuel pump or assembly or whatever is broken. See, I can make this turn on the 3rd gear. I can't do the same thing on the 999. No way. There's no way in hell you can do that on the 3rd gear on the 999. It's just, you'll probably cut off the engine. There's just no way. It's as fun as it is to ride a 999. I think engineering wise, the Japanese people have really got it. I'm not sure about the new Ducatis, new Aprilias, and all that. I'm pretty sure they have caught up. But you know, I chose the bike that is the easiest to live with, the easiest to ride, so that I can a bike that's easy to ride is a bike that is easy to go fast and inspires confidence. I think that's what's more important. And you know, when you're going fast and you're really pushing it, you don't want to always be worried about. You don't want to always be worried about. Oh, what if I drop the bike? How much is it gonna cost to repair? You know, if you're really pushing it out on the track, you gotta go for the bike that, to me at least, easiest to repair, availability and all that, parts availability. That's something you gotta consider. I mean, when you buy a bike, the maintenance is another thing. Yeah, so I think this ends our trip. Thanks for joining me on this very short ride, and yeah, stay safe guys, till next week.